Morning, everyone. Let's call a meeting to order with roll call.
Excuse me. Sally Sherlin. Paul Thompson.
Here.
Bob Davis.
Here.
Carrie Green.
Here.
Steve Palmatier.
Here.
Paul Romahan.
Here.
Ted Ginn.
Here.
Tom Grace. Perry Owen. George Senek.
Here.
Mike Flanagan. Okay. All set, Paul.
Everyone's had a chance to read the minutes of August 11th.
So move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the 239 minutes for August 11th, 2020.
I'll move. I'll second.
All in favor?
Correction.
Oops.
We had, I think, Bob and I abstained on the votes on the Guilford properties. It said all approved. So that's a notation. Thank you.
All in favor of the correction?
Aye.
Aye.
New business.
Census. All right, so the 2020 census, there is still some time left. I think I've seen different things. I've got to check on it. One says September 31st is the last day. Others say October 31st. So there's some kind of confusion because of COVID. There's been some changes. Everything I've seen is still September, but others are saying October. So we might still have some time, but either way, fill it out. Keep pushing people to fill it out. There are some census workers going around the county. So if you see them, we've had reports of them stopping at people's houses multiple times. We've heard a couple people say that they've actually had 4 visitors, even though they've already filled it out online. So I'm not sure what the reason that is. Might just be the workers not going to the correct address. Could be a lot of different reasons, but once you have filled it out once, you don't need to do it again. So if you do see other visitors, just tell them you've already done it.
Shane, what are our statistics on it as far as percentages, and where do we find that?
You can go to the 2020census.gov, I believe is the website. And if you go to, or you can just Google 2020 census response rates, and there's a mapper. So on the right-hand side of the map, it'll say select a state. You go to New York, the map will pop up, or you can click on the actual state and it'll kind of blow it up more. And then on the right-hand side, you can click on county or town, and you have to kind of zoom in and then click on your specific, whatever you want to look at.
I think it does it by census tracts. Right?
Yeah, it does it by tract, village, town, county, state, and the entire country. I think the last I looked, Chenango County was around 54-ish%. And in 2010 census, we were at like 58. So we're still below the last one. That's all.
Transportation.
Oh, hazard mitigation plan.
Or hazard, yeah, I'm sorry.
The hazard mitigation plan, we're still updating that. We've sent surveys to the public. If you haven't seen those, let us know, we'll send them out again. There's a citizen survey that we're asking everybody to fill out about in the last 5 years, what hazards have you experienced? Are you in the flood zone? There's a whole set of questions. It only takes probably 5 or 10 minutes to fill out completely. Some of you will also be getting a stakeholder survey. It could be for whether you're part of the fire department, a town. There's a whole list of reasons why. We just sent those out the other day on Friday. All the towns will still be invited to participate in another planning partnership meeting. I think it's in 2 weeks. And there'll be another round of working on your annex too. So step 1 is complete for most people's annex for towns. Step 2 will be more in depth. And there is a website, I think it's Chenango County HMP.com, I think is the website, where you can go on there and look at all of our slides, where we're at as far as updates. You can look at the old plan, everything's there. But I'll send that information out too.
Are those annex meetings out here or?
No, the annex meetings, it depends on the town or village. You can have them virtually with Tetra Tech if you'd like, or one of us will meet with you in person wherever you'd like. It could be here, it could be at your town, and we'll fill out the annex with you.
So basically a one-on-one.
Yep.
That's not
Yeah. If you pay for travel, we'll go as far as you want.
So this is only all being done by mail?
No, it's all online or by mail. But yeah, it's mostly online. We have mailed packets to some of the towns if they haven't responded by email or requested it, but it's mostly virtual. Nothing else? Transportation workshop. We'll be having a transportation workshop at the end of the month. What it's going to do is Get There has a trip planner, and so anybody that needs assistance with rides to medical appointments, job interviews, groceries, prescriptions, we're doing a workshop to train people on how to use that trip planner. It's meant for nonprofits and service providers. So if you deal with the public where you're helping people with whether it be a job search or getting them to appointments, whatever it may be, we're going to train people on how to use that service so that transportation isn't a barrier to those important services. I'll send out a flyer to everybody as well.
That's it?
Yep.
Consultant report, Mr. Palmetier.
Yeah, Shane, I'll send that flyer out to the hospital, and Linda will get it out to all the social workers in the region because they're all having the same kind of trouble.
The hospital did get that from Melissa and Jamie, so they do have it.
Oh, they might as well get it one more time, the way that they operate. It seems like each group has a different method of communicating among themselves. Consultants report, I keep working with Morrisville. We're doing still more grant writing. There's a lot of money with this COVID thing. There's a lot of money for school districts also. Unadilla Valley, I took them a bunch of material the other day, working on finding stuff online that their kids can take. A lot of like the manufacturers of cutting tools and things actually have, 20-minute videos. So we're going to start using some of those. It's really difficult, to teach anything. Morrisville, their professors can not go more than 30 miles from the campus. And they've got limited class sizes up there. Just trying to figure out how to do stuff in this environment. And I think that's the most difficult piece. There's a lot of work going on regionally on economic and workforce development. I know Carrie's doing some of that, and I'm doing the education side with a group out of Binghamton. I will say this, they're interesting. I think I sent Shane a note the other day, the people from Ithaca, I think they're from another planet a lot of the time. But, you continue to work with them because I think it's only when you come together as a region that you really have the power to bring the dollars into us that we need. So I'll leave it at that today.
That's all you have?
That's all I have today.
Oh, geez. Privilege of the floor. Jeremy?
I have nothing.
Oh. Rita? Terry?
Nope.
No?
Oh, sorry, no.
Who'd I miss?
Perry.
Perry and Steve.
Perry. Privilege of the floor, Perry.
Perry, do you have any privilege of the floor? You're muted, Perry. Perry, hit unmute.
Probably that. Can you hear me now?
Yep, go
Yes, we
ahead.
can.
Okay. No, I've got nothing. I'm privileged to the floor.
Okay.
All that for nothing?
This is Mike Flanagan. We started some initial planning at for the Friends of Museum District at the Chenango Classic Car Museum's parking lot project. So got them some initial concepts and opinion of probable cost. So that first phase has started. The survey is almost complete for the district in the first phases. Fall planning for spring 2021 projects likely.
That's for the museum, museum district,
Museum
right?
District right on Rexford Street here. I don't know if many of you remember, but we went through some zone changes and overlay changes in the city's zoning. We modified the Museum District to kind of have somewhat of a 10-year plan to beautify the aesthetics, kind of get it more like downtown, improve the gateway, do some signage work, possibly some streetscape work. Obviously there's a funding aspect to it. We really haven't dove into that yet. But the idea is long-term is to try to beautify this area with streetscape, signage, similar plantings, landscaping, and then there's some private projects happening kind of in concert with that. So the Chenango County Historical Society had done a master plan with Chenango Design, not Chenango, but Cornell Design Connect. The students kind of provided an overall campus master plan, which the Historical Society is loosely following. It's a planting, walkway master plan that kind of, beautifies their property, makes it cohesive with what they're trying to do long term. Makes it more manageable from a landscape and tree standpoint. If any of you have been by there recently, they removed about, I think, 20 to 30 trees, maybe more. Some very old trees that just, starting to get into their foundations, cause some water damage, also shading out a lot of their property. So those are down. They are preparing for a spring summer 2021 kind of a landscaping project that they're going to do, beautifying their property. And obviously you guys have seen that the house across from the Classic Car Museum was demolished in an effort to they're preparing to install a parking lot there at some point, probably spring 2021. So those are just a few of the initial projects. We're also going to be doing some signage for the district. We're hoping to do some signage. We're kind of jumping through some hoops right now with the local zoning ordinance for the signage, proving to be difficult. So that's just a kind of a general overview of that project, but things have started.
Anyone else have anything? I guess meeting adjourned.
You have 239 review.
Oh, and Shane, I'd filled out my hazard mitigation survey, just so you know.
But I'm glad you did. I did too. Was that after you checked the storm drains or before?
While I was watching them clean out the storm drains, I did it on my cell phone.
Great.
Could be part of the reason why we're having all that problem is that because their storm drains are clogged.
It could be.
Actually, I was impressed. That's a pretty cool machine. The guy, he was funny. He was joking. He's like, I have some really good ideas to make this machine way better. And I'm like, well, maybe you should go into business for yourself and, create your own machine or build your own machine. He's like, oh, it's kind of complicated.
Where are we, Columbus?
Send him up. We can talk with him.
Reynolds.
Okay, so the first one is Town of Columbus. It's a 2-lot subdivision. It's on New Turnpike Road. The reason we're doing it is because it's within an ag district. It's a 6.727 acre split off of basically a roughly plus or minus 60 acre parcel, correct?
Any objections or comments?
I have a motion to approve.
Also move. Motion to approve by Senate.
Second,
I'll second.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
You can go ahead and explain it.
We go into picture next?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the last one was a little confusing. Okay, the next one is Town of Pitcher. It's a 3-acre split, which includes a house for estate purposes. It's a triangle piece off, and it leaves 56.58 acres left.
I'm pulling up the map. Sorry, bear with me.
Yeah, no worries.
There you go. It was off a tax map, and then they just kept going, keep going. And it shows that triangle piece.
You're sharing the previous one, just so you know.
I'm working on it, Mike.
Not fast enough.
Nothing's fast enough for you.
I got that from my father, just so you know.
I couldn't tell.
Right there, yeah. Because it shows that.
Did I go by it?
No, I don't think so. There was a whole bunch of things. Right
There
there
we go.
Okay, so it's a triangle piece down in the lower right-hand corner. Best I can figure out, that's what the split was. Right there.
Got the bigger pieces to the right of it.
Yeah, the 56.58 acres off from, that's the parent piece.
And that's got frontage over, I don't know, direction, but to the left.
South, it looks like.
Well, it'd be,
To the
actually,
left or the
it would be probably to the west, because the map's kind of sideways. But, yeah, I don't know what that road is either.
It's County Road 11. I think.
Okay, so it's on a county road.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was doing. Anybody have any questions? Concerns?
Nothing to prevent the triangle shaped lot.
No.
I don't know what
I don't
Pitcher
think
has
they have
for-
anything locally, really.
I don't know. Maybe I've never heard from before, so.
No.
Right,
Okay, motion to approve by Senate.
okay, second,
Second.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you gotta pull up the ground before. There's really no application.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe Paul can explain it, because there's like so many notes on this thing. No, I don't know what's wrong with Guilford, but it's the first. Okay, the best I can figure, there's a total of 145.13 acres, and they're selling 27 acres. They got the proposed new lot line is showing there, and they said there's going to be 264 feet of road frontage, which is down where that little selling right there, yeah.
So that piece goes behind the neighboring piece?
It becomes a flag lot, right, Paul?
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
basically, so,
I'm looking at it.
right, so where it says approximately 27 acres subject, that's the piece that's getting sold. Best I can figure.
The whole other side of the road is being sold too.
Okay, but that's a separate tax piece of it.
No,
Oh, no.
they're all the same.
It looks like it's land hooked.
Yeah.
It used to be land hooked, so I don't know if they'll carry the land hook or make it two separate tax parcels,
Okay.
the division, if that's not clear in the application.
There really wasn't an
Wasn't
application.
an application. Also wasn't a bunch of tax.
Maybe whatever you want.
Everyone had more notes on it.
Now, first of all, I don't know why we even had this, because the town of New Berlin has survey law, and this has not been surveyed yet, so this is just a sketch, there's nothing in here said about it is also in an ag district. And without having a survey and knowing exactly where this is all going, I don't know how we can approve it.
We don't even have the application.
We don't
No,
have
so
an
we don't have
application,
application.
there's not a seeker. There's, what was the other thing that I saw here?
Just
I don't know if this is gonna be the final, you know, without knowing exactly what is taking place, I don't know how we can do anything with it.
Did the previous, I know we've already voted on it, but did the previous one have a survey, or they just had an application and a sketch as well?
Mike, it depends on the town. Some towns require sketches, some require complete surveys.
Gotcha, and this is New Berlin, you said?
Yes.
And they require a survey before.
This is
Yeah,
the great root cause, Mike.
You can table it till you get a survey. I mean, I don't,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, we can send it back and say we require more information.
Doesn't the county require a survey?
No,
Well, the tax, when you file it, it does.
that's right, yeah,
So
right.
what's the point?
So I would say we need a complete application
Yep. So we can
Yeah.
send it saying incomplete
Yeah.
application.
and comply with the New Berlin survey law.
Okay.
Do we offer any preliminary comments if we have any?
Sure, Mike.
Sure, if you have some.
Nope. Any other preliminary comments? That's what I'm just saying, like, usually, you know, I'm being on the receiving end of, you know, comments is good to have them ahead of time instead of getting a survey that is submitted and then be like, oh, well, there's this too, you know?
Right.
So I don't know if there's any concern here. So just confirming whether it's one parcel or possibly two separate parcels that are being subdivided off between the road.
What's that, where it says selling? What's the next word?
Selling east side.
East side of road, together with.
Together with,
With that, okay, that's where you come up with both sides of the road. I got it now.
Yeah, so that subject property on the bottom left where it says approximately 27 acres subject.
Uh-huh,
So that and the east side of the road are being sold as one.
as one, okay.
Which is way more than 27, obviously, right?
The 27's on,
Yeah, that's
I guess it'll
probably
be the north side of the road.
Right. I'm just thinking what you had an original number was over 200 acres, right?
Right.
that east side's got to be around 50.
Right. That makes sense.
Now, the east side is 61 acres, the west side is 27 acres.
Or you print out the whole, yeah. We just kept adding more and more notes on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, the survey will tell more than this. So
so motion to send it back saying it's an incomplete and request survey. And was there anything else with the survey map? Seeker.
The complete application with the seeker.
short form or whatever.
Also in an ag.
I would just say comply with us, with the New Berlin survey.
Yeah.
or
Subdivision law.
Subdivision law, whatever.
So do we have a motion for that or not?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it?
Yep. Okay. See you guys October 11th.
We won't.
Well, you won't. We'll see.
Everybody say
October
goodbye to
14th.
Corey.
Corey, good luck.
Thanks.
So long, everybody.
I'm gonna hit you up with so many requests in the next few days, you're not even gonna know what hit you.
That's right, yeah, we should like.
Good thing I don't know who you are.
Hey, thanks for all your help. I appreciate it and good luck.
Yep. Take care, guys.
Aye.
Bye, everyone.
Aye.
So.